Pues bueno, estamos en otro video más de Biomutant y vamos a seguir la historia. Es el modo foto. Está muy bien como para las miniaturas. Y pues ya nada más le das Windows Print Screen. Aquí. Y B para salir. Y para continuar.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Okay.
Know that the tree of life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the world eaters.
Y al parecer aquí es donde empezamos nuestra historia. Ya llevamos alrededor de 1 hora jugando. Alrededor, no estoy diciendo que esto sea, ¿verdad? Pero
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged.
con indicaciones.
Let's see.
Caminando. Dice letreros. Hay letreros cerca de lugares de interés por todo el mundo. Desbloquearás un letrero cuando interactúes con él. Puedes realizar viajes rápidos hasta letreros que hayas desbloqueado si los seleccionas. Ok, son los checkpoints o para hacer el teleport. Dice para ver el mapa a cualquier momento, pulsa este. Okay. Y podemos colocar puntos de referencia. Pines. Ok. Así es un mapa como tipo 2D y ya más cerquitas ya se ve en 3D. Adéntrate en el mundo. Bien.
That must be the world eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The world eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake.
Y bueno, ahí la destruyó. Ya había destruido más. Entonces está pero grande. Ahorita nos vamos para arriba. A ver,
Look,
ahí.
a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
Vamos.
He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted
Ha
by
oído
the
las historias
world
de
eaters
terror
to other
instaurado de los
but never
devoramundos
expected one
y
to come
otros
all the way
enclaves, pero no
here.
esperaba que llegara uno aquí. Tu equilibrio interior son dos mitades que completan tu entereza y que fluye por todas las cosas. A veces podrás manifestar tu equilibrio interior con proezas y lecciones a diálogo. Es como el karma. Pocos son los que siempre actúan de la misma manera y nuestra integridad es la suma de las decisiones que tomamos y de las acciones que hacemos. El equilibrio de tus acciones crea tu puntuación de aura que afecta a los diálogos con otros personajes.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart.
Interactuar con cautivos y sisuantuarios te otorgará Psi puntos que podrás usar para desbloquear poderes psiónicos. Estos se pueden desbloquear una vez hayas alcanzado el equilibrio interior de la oscuridad o de la luz.
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions.
Déjame ayudarte para que nos den otra misión de seguro.
He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
Pégale. Okay. Y si has conseguido un Psi punto, úsalo para desbloquear poderes en el menú de mutaciones. Algunos poderes se desbloquean con puntuación de aura, con los cuales tus Psi puntos solo pueden desbloquear poderes sin color o del mismo color de tu aura. A la madre, cómo rota la cámara. A ver, todavía no puedo.
There's out of date again. He must have missed something important.
Out of date.
Out of date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are 2 nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same.
El destino nos llega a todos.
The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part.
Las tribus se han ocupado de los doramundos. ¿Por qué los Myriad? Ahí te lo está sugiriendo.
He can sense you share Myriad's view on the world. The Myriad would embrace someone willing to fight against the tyranny of the Jagni. Out of date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Okay. Seguimiento de misiones. Las misiones actuales e iniciadas aparecen como en el registro. Mira en el menú de arriba. Puedes cambiar de misión que puedes seguir abriendo la pestaña de registro y seleccionando otra misión. Estas son las tribus. Habla con el Sifu de Jagni o Myriad. ¿Qué tenemos aquí en equipo? Registro. Ok. El registro encontrarás datos sobre tus misiones, además de los tutoriales y diálogos anteriores. Ok. La guerra trivial. Conquista las tribus rivales. Luminosa, dice. Oscura. Algo luminosa. Algo obscura.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
Ok. Para ir por el puente es para ir a la otra, a la del los obscuridad máxima. Y para ir para acá es a donde vamos, que son los Miria. Se llaman así, ¿verdad? Miria.
It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded.
Una lanza. Habla con el Sifu. Okay. Pues yo no sabía quiénes eran, pero ahí está.
This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone.
¿Qué es esto? Provenda.
That's an odd thing, don't you think?
Lo raro. ¿Qué es lo raro?
That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know.
Echas otra miada para
Let's
checkpoint.
see.
Justo afuera.
It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war.
Ya mente tu Shifu.
Says their door is always open for anyone willing to join their cause.
Se escucha como los Minions.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side? The wasteland you came from? He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland itself. He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples.
Mi Muma?
Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life.
Sí, me uniré a los Myriad.
He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe.
Que deberías obligar.
The Myriad were placed here to fulfill a certain purpose, chosen to unite the tribes and take control of their destiny. The tribes need a firm hand guiding them into the future.
No.
Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. They might bring them war, but they'll never take away their inner peace. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of.
Los amarillos. Tenemos que tomar esos. Y el último.
He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. They passed the point of no return as their words lost power and see no other way forward than using violence to combat violence. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help.
La vieja aldea. A ver, aunque ahora es un lugar diferente y un momento diferente, es un lugar que te hará recordar. Y vamos para ahí. Bueno, primero vamos a hablar.
You have things to do, places to go to. It's time for you to revisit the past.
Okay. Sal del fuerte de Myriad. Okay.
Wonders why you can't see how pointless all your efforts are. Says you should take it easy. Says you were a quiet kid and is happy to see you working toward progress. We'll be around when you return.
¿Eso qué es? Botiquín pequeño. Vamos a salir para allá. Y tenemos que ir para allá y se atraviesa la cueva. Ya le echamos la mirada.
Let's see.
Y no. Bueno, entonces hasta aquí le dejamos este video. Vamos a seguirle en el siguiente.